Alright guys, I'm pretty low on energy today, so just a warning. In the last one, what we basically did was feed ChatGPT with a bunch of screenshots and videos, as you can see here, of what the game actually looks like and performs. And let's see if I have. Yeah, so these are the things I asked for. We gave them a short clip of enemy approaching an edge, riding, jumping, and colliding with a moving platform from below. Some other thing it requested that I don't remember. One actual phone screenshot showing the controls and one showing the game over screen. Screenshot of the console after walking through all the levels from the main menu. And then bugged list, just a bunch of messages we saw in the console. Then, yeah, let's see what I had to say about all that stuff. And then everything you see from here up to here would be implementation of the pause button, and then from here, this section, review of your attachments. This is where we're going to resume this episode. So yeah, the enemy clip confirmed the raised lip triggers the enemy's horizontal probe and turns it around. Ledge detection is still technically absent, but it is not causing a current gameplay defect. We can backlog it. Raised lip. Okay, so I got a problem with this analysis that it's doing because let me show you what I provided ChatGPT when it comes to that enemy. Okay, so this is the video I basically fed it. And let me show you guys what it is. So this is the video I fed it, and basically this is our sandbox environment. And I even removed the raised edges that it's calling lips. Okay, so there are no lips. I don't know what exactly it's talking about here, but this is the video. See, the enemy just fell right off, so I don't know what it's talking about there. And that was like my bad, but anyway. See, like the enemy just fell through. So ChatGPT having the same video here. Right, enemy approaching edge. The other video was of moving platform, which I believe also had nothing to do with raised lips on the enemy, right? I mean, unless it looked at this scene here and it knows, like, hey, we got these raised lips, and that's where that analysis is coming from. I mean, could be possible, but if it's actually talking about, it was actually talking about this one, enemy approaching edge, which I would think it would be, um, then it's totally hallucinating. But it's not entirely clear. Raised lip triggers the enemy's horizontal probe and turns it around. Ledge detection is still technically absent. Well, we'll give it the benefit of the doubt and assume that it looked at the scene view and it realized, okay, we got those raised edges and it's not hallucinating. Maybe. So give ChatGPT the benefit of the doubt. Okay, next one. Moving on. Moving platform clip normal. Okay, it is actually. Never mind. Don't want to dwell too long. Moving platform clip normal riding and jumping look acceptable. However, the underside collision confirms the structural issue. The script parents the player after any collision, including from below or to the side. Okay, cool. Moving platform console message. Okay. So this is talking about the error that I gave it. I guess I didn't. What is going on? Just get the hell back up. Sorry, guys. My PC is also extremely slow today. This thing's getting old, so need a new one. Oh my. What the? Yeah, this machine is getting old and it's got the AI tool running. It's got the Unity running and it's got the recorder running, so it is quite a bit of usage there, so it's a little slow. Apologies for that. But anyway, moving on. Just talking about the message, the error we pointed out there. So play mode shutdown isn't a shipped game failure, but it reinforces that we should eventually remove the parenting approach. Okay, so that is something Gemini did in the previous series. Console screenshots, clean, zero warnings and zero errors. Okay, cool. Mobile UI readable, but the movement buttons are enormous. Yeah, that's true. But anyway, my fingers are also enormous, so you know, not really, not really. I do wear the. Never mind. Um, we can polish them later. Yeah, I agree. Uh, I do want to, make sleeker buttons, and so we should polish them later. The pause button should sit left of the double jump icon. Double jump icon? Really? What are you talking about? Pause button should sit left of the double. Yeah, yeah, I agree. Or the double jump icon should be under the pause button, which is the way we decided to go. Um, stuck under tile bug. Stuck under tile. Oh, okay. Still pending the screenshot video. I didn't provide it. Gotcha. Persistence confirmed. Okay, so just preserving our double jump unlock and our score across level. So game session, we need to implement some sort of a game session or a run state system. Text outline, don't duplicate the entire font asset. That was the approach Gemini suggested. But anyway, create a separate text mesh probe material preset and assign it to the texts that need a different outline. We currently share one material, which is why every outline changes together. Recommended order. Okay, glad it came up with this. Authored pause menu. That's done. Pretty much. I think there's one thing I wanted to add in there. We can get to that. Shouldn't be too bad. Moving platform refactor. Moving platform refactor. Okay, okay, we can do that. Stuck under tile diagnosis. Okay, and then score and double jump persistence. I like that sequence. So these are all just polishing things up that Gemini did. Let's see how much we can cover. I feel like I don't want to talk too soon, but I feel like we might be able to get the whole thing done in this episode. Let's see how much energy I have. Okay. So authored pause menu, that part's already done. So we only have three things, but one thing that's left to do in that pause menu, and for that I don't even need assistance from Gemini. I can do it myself based on the things we've learned so far. So let me just go to our prefab and I'll add another button to our pause menu and oh no, it's not there, is it? It's somewhere else. It's in our UI manager. So yeah, UI manager should be the prefab we look at. Pause panel. So we have let's make this visible temporarily. Resume and main menu, I just want to add one more button in there. So just duplicate the main menu button and name this restart button. Okay, just restart the level. That's what I want. Where do I want it? Maybe under, maybe under. Let's see anyway. Restart button, let's do main menu, resume. Resume is 0, main menu is negative 150, so this one might as well do 300. And kind of too high, so main menu, I could do 100 actually. Nah, negative 100. Sorry guys. Negative, negative 100. Come on. And this one should be negative 200. Okay, and this one, maybe even take these guys a little higher actually. Let's do 50 and add 50 to everything. Negative 100, so 50, negative 50, and this one might as well do negative 150. And text here, where's our text? inside, I keep forgetting. This one should say restart. And this just restarts the level. Okay, so um, let's go to our script, UI manager. So UI manager is up. The other thing I need is probably hazard, and I'll show you why in just a second. Trigger game over, so game manager. So not hazard. I need to look at game manager. Trigger game over. Show game over screen. Oh, I need to play. Ah, that explains why my PC is so slow. I didn't even realize it was running on battery. I just plugged it in, but hopefully that takes care of the slowness at least a little bit. But anyway, trigger game over actually just calls the UI manager again. So show game over screen. Show game over screen. Now what does this do? Pause button. All I'm trying to see is how we do the level restart. Okay, so restart level. There we go. And this is the little bit of code we need for our. So this should be very, very simple actually. So all we need to do for that button, restart button, is our restart level method here. Restart level. Okay, so on click, you just pick your UI manager and do the restart level. Okay. And let me just test it out, but I can't see a reason why this would not work. But let's hide it again and run the level. Okay, pause, resume, pause. Not gonna do main menu, just gonna do restart. Cool, works great. Um, while we're at it, I'll do a screen recording of the bug we have on level 2. Okay, so just real quick. So this is the bug I'm talking about. Okay, once you're under there, which I feel like this actually can be a very simple fix, but you get stuck like this, you know. You know what? Even I'll just try to fix it myself without the assistance. I know the point of this series is to make use of our assistance as much as possible, but you know what? I think this is simple enough that I don't need to do this. So player, we have our capsule collider 2D, and I think all I need to do is just shorten this a bit for that bug to go. What is going on? Edit collider, no? Edit collider. Why can I not edit this thing? What is going on? I can increase it but not decrease it? What? Did a bunch of Ctrl+Z's, that's all, okay. Um, rigid body 2D, capsule collider 2D. All I should need to do theoretically in my mind. Okay, maybe I need to do the sides first and then the top. Yeah, that makes sense. How about that? That looks pretty good. Maybe push this down. I think it looks okay, right? So let's try this time. Not level 1. I got to go to scene 2. Okay, level 2. Let's test it out. Yeah, now we don't have that bug anymore. So you know, just pick this button. Another bug. While we're at it, there's another bug that I kind of want to show you. It's not really a bug, maybe. It might be a simple fix. But if you jump towards the edge. Okay, one other thing actually, while we're at it, I'll do is it seems like it kind of hovers, right? There's like a missing missing bit there at the bottom, so I think I'll fix that. And then the other thing is if you jump towards like the edge of something, it kind of like floats up higher, like lifts up higher than it should be. I don't want that high lift that it does once you collide with the edge, and I'll show you exactly what I mean. Normal jump height, right? Normal jump height, right? I reduce volume, but, and then jump at the edge. See, so normal height goes up to say about right about there, and then at the edge, so it should be around there. It goes way high, comes all the way up here. Does it not? Let me see. Let me try again. See, it goes like almost near this block right there, right? And normally doesn't go that far. Should I keep it or leave it? I feel like it's not such a big deal, but you know, something that I noticed. I feel like it's like baked in physics there. Anyway, the other hover modification on the player. Let's fix that. Prefab or player. Is it because of the ground check being here? Probably not, right? What is this object there? That doesn't move this little box there, but maybe this will do the trick at least a little bit. We're getting very narrow though. Add a collider. I just want to be like right around there so it doesn't hover. Hopefully that should be fine. Can I reduce this a little bit just to match the height? I think that should be fine, right? Let's test it out. Yeah, the hovering is like much better, in my opinion. Why does the game feel a little slow though? Slower than usual. Does the slowness have anything to do with the collider? See, ground check, player, ground check, ground check. Should I move the ground check a little bit? Like right around there. I like it. It feels polished. It feels smooth. And it looks like it's actually too loud. It looks like it's actually on the ground. Like, yeah, so we fixed a couple of bugs ourselves, right, without even worrying. The AI tool at our disposal. Alright, so let's see. We got the pause menu. Let me show the additional button that we just added. So it should be UI Manager. Come on. Okay, so UI Manager. Let me just take a screenshot here of the restart. Where did I add the restart button? Pause, resume. What? What? I did a bunch of Ctrl+Z's. Did it just remove that button that we made? I hate my life. Okay, let me just do it again and just run through it real quick. Okay, so resume, and then I'll add, I think this was 0, so we increased it to 50. We did this at 100 negative. And then this one, I think we did negative 200 or something. 50. I think this one was negative 50, right? Negative 50. And then this was negative 150. Okay, and then I renamed this to resume button. And all I had to do is change this to resume game, and that should do the trick. What is happening? No, that was. Oh my god. Sorry, guys. My brain is like totally not working. So this one should be our restart button. That's a bunch of wasted time. And then this text should say restart. And the button on click should actually call our restart level function. All done, all set. Cool, pause menu there. Restart. Resume. Restart. Main menu. Okay, everything works. The only thing I want to add here is update our awake function. So we got our pause panel, pause button. And this should be fine. There's no assignment there, so we should be fine. No updates needed. Just grab a screenshot. Back to Gemini. Or ChatGPT, I mean. Rough times, rough times. All right, so what did it want us to do there? Yeah, let's see. Review the attachments. So it wanted us to authored pause menu, recommended order. So let's see, your recommended order, authored pause menu. It should have said author. I don't know why it said authored. Um, so, let's do one at a time. Pause menu implementation is completed. I have also added restart, restart level button in there, screenshot attached. Moving platform refactor. Let's roll with it. Stuck under tile diagnosis. Come on, what is going on? Stuck under tile diagnosis. I fixed it myself. Just needed to adjust the, what is it? Some sort of collider on our player. Let's see. Player, capsule collider 2D. Just needed to adjust the capsule collider 2D so that it's closer, and even do a screenshot of the capsule collider 2D more snugly around the character, around the sprite maybe. Screenshot attached. And the last thing it suggested was score and double jump persistence. Let's see if we can get to that as well on this one. And for this one, let's roll with it after moving platform, refactor. And cool, keep it at high. Seems like it shouldn't be requiring extra high, but let's see. While it's still working on the response, analyzed our pause hierarchy and restart wiring. Seems like it thinks we did the right thing. Tighter capsule is also the right fix, so Gemini taught us well for the moving platform. Now it's working. So let's wait for the response and see what it has to say. All right, so pause menu setup looks correct. Foo. Moving platform refactor will make 3 changes. Move the platform through a kinematic rigid body 2D. Remove all player parenting code and let player controller inherit the platform's horizontal velocity only while its ground check detects the platform. Okay. Unity recommends calling rigid body 2D.move position from fixed update and using it with kinematic bodies. Okay, cool. Configure the moving platform prefab. So let's open our moving platform. Wrong tool. By that I mean notepad. Anyway, moving platform prefab is open. And add a rigid body 2D to its root. Rigid body 2D. Where do we add it? Add component. Rigid body 2D. Right. And I'll just follow these instructions if you guys want to take a quick look and pause the video and do things your way. Feel free, feel free. Okay, so I'll just move this to the side and just work instead of all the back and forth. Okay, so added the rigid body 2D, set body type is kinematic. So what just changed? Let's see, dynamic had our mass, linear damping, angular damping, gravity scales. Those all go away, it looks like. Simulated is enabled. Collision detection is continuous. All right. Interpolate is interpolate. And freeze rotation Z is enabled. Keep the existing box collider 2D. Box collider 2D is already there. Okay, cool. Refactor moving platform script. So let's go to our script. Moving platform. Close a bunch of these out. All right, and replace the current script. So it just gave me the entire script to replace there. Do I want to do that, or do I want to see what the change it's actually suggesting are? Transform waypoints is still there. Required component type of rigid body 2D. I added this thing. Let me just quickly look at the code as we go along instead of just blindly copying and pasting things. All right, waypoints 3F is the speed. Current waypoint index, it just totally got rid of it. Private rigid body RB. Okay, so it didn't get rid of it, it just got rid of the initialization to 0 there, which is fine, I guess. So I'll just copy these variables in there. What is this one, by the way? Current velocity get private set. Okay, so I don't know what exactly that is. Looks like some sort of getter and setter that gets created by default. Okay, so bringing in an awake function in there. Yeah, it's up to there. I don't think we have an awake here, yeah. So just add that in. Just real quick, if waypoint is null or waypoint dot length is 0, just debug that error, debug log. Otherwise, go through this for loop. What is happening here? Enabled equals false. What is enabled? It must be something that gets shipped out of the box. Anyway, um, enabled. What is enabled? You ask it later, maybe. Anyway, maybe just the objects itself being enabled to the platform. Otherwise, for as long as the waypoint's length, moving waypoint is not assigned. Okay. And then you also deactivate. I assume all this does is just deactivate the moving platform so you can no longer see it, maybe, if I had to guess. All right, so now let's look at the fixed update. We don't have a fixed update, so did it get rid of our update? Yes, it did. So we're putting our fixed update in. Okay, so up to here, let's copy, and I'll get rid of our update method, paste our fixed update. Why is this organized like this, man? It just, this is annoying, super annoying. I mean, it looks good, I guess, but I just don't like this many lines. Maybe, I don't know. What's you guys' preference? Like, looks pretty clean, I guess. I mean, the more I look at it, the more it kind of starts to grow on me, but not used to doing things this way, you know. Just, I can't, bruh. I can't. Maybe it'll grow on me later, and I'll start liking it, you know. But for now, I can't do it. Okay, so what's going on in fixed update? Target position, new position, current velocity, move position. Remember, this is our rigid body, 2D. Just going through it real quick. I don't think I understand everything that's happening here. I'm just like quickly looking through it. Basically, all this does is basically just moves the platform from one position to the next and then back and forth and back and forth. That's all that this does. All right, on to Sable, current velocity, vector 2.0. Okay, so that's all we need, I guess. Okay. It's a big change in the script. It's like totally different. We're pretty much eliminating everything that Gemini did with this thing. So yeah, the old on collision enter 2D and on collision exit 2D are intentionally gone. Therefore, hitting the platform from underneath won't attach the player, side contact won't attach the player won't become a child of the platform. Okay, stopping play mode while riding it won't produce the set parent error. Okay, update the player controller. Okay, go to our player controller. Add this field. Alrighty, so we're adding the moving platform in here. Might as well add it there. Moving platform. Da, 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 da. Okay, moving platform. Change your ground detection from this. Ground detection. Ground detection. Ground detection. C is grounded as physics 2D. Dot overlap box. Yeah, that's how we're doing things. To this. So it just wants me to replace this line with everything here. Is grounded equals ground collider not equals null. Ground collider. Ground check point position. Ground check size. Alright, cool. Just a quick look at all that, but don't think again that all of that makes perfect sense in my brain. I told you guys I'm already tired. If I haven't, now you know. Right. If it's grounded, can double jump equals true. Those are just real weird ways of writing code. I guess it's easier to read, but I don't really like it. I'm gonna change the fixed update. Fixed update. Okay. You're gonna change everything, bro. You just hate Gemini, I guess. Alright. You just stop doing this. I have to give it instructions to stop. Okay, what else we got? Alright, so that should be about it. Let's see. Your player uses zero friction material and directly sets its horizontal velocity every physics step, so the platform's horizontal velocity must be added explicitly. Vertical movement remains handled through the physical collision between the dynamic player and kinematic platform. Test checklist, test all of these before moving to persistence. Okay, we'll do that in a second. Let's save this and compile. Okay, all compiled. So let's go to our scene sandbox and check it out. Ah, great start. Great lags there. Anyway, it works. I mean, that's working. Let's see. Stand still while the platform travels horizontally. We've already done that. Walk both directions while riding it. I think that's fine. Ride the diagonal platform in level 2. Cool, we could do that. Okay, walking left and right seems fine. Let's go to our level 2. Ride the diagonal platform. Should be fine. Let's hope that we don't die all the way. No, come on. Are you kidding me? made it, guys. Alright, come on, come on. Yeah, this is fine. I can ride it fine, no problem. What else you want me to do? Check all that jump from the platform done. Land on it while it's moving done. Hit it from underneath. We can do that. Run into its side. That's fine. Pause and resume while standing on it. Stop play mode while standing on it. Alright, cool. So hit it from underneath. We can do all that in sandbox. It's fine. That side looks fine. Sorry. Yeah, both sides fine. Run into its side, pause and resume while standing on it. Pause, resume, pause, resume, pause, resume. Alright. Stop play mode while standing on it, just did. Looks fine. Lastly, check the console for warnings or errors. Didn't find any, so all tests successful. I think the next thing it'll suggest is start working on the persistent score / double jump. We're not going to cover it today. I thought moving platform refactor was not going to be as crazy as it has been. You know, I thought it was going to be only a couple lines of code changes, not the whole thing. But anyway, we'll pick it up in the next one, okay? And we'll work on persistence. See ya.